Alright, if you've got a MacBook Pro with a touch bar and it's doing this flashy thing, you're on the right channel. We're going to help you fix it. So this has really been annoying me. My MacBook runs all night, 24 hours a day, running some stuff and hosting some bots and things, and it does this random flashing in the middle of the night. So I'm going to show you how to fix it. So MacBook's upside down, and what we're going to do is we've already popped out these screws. You can see them already out, 4 at the bottom, 2 at the top, 1 in that corner, 1 on that corner. And then what you need to do is just slide this forward. It's gonna be a little stiff. You need to slide it forward, and so actually unclip it first, and then once you get it to that point, you slide it forward from here, and then this will actually just slide off like that. Now, if you watched the previous videos, we changed the battery, we've done the heat sinks, with new thermal paste on the heat sinks and stuff like that. But the touch bar is actually going to be a little complicated because it's connected up here, and you can see I've already removed one of there was a little cover on here screwed in right here, and I've removed, this is the touch bar thing, and if you look at the new touch bar, that's exactly that one there. But you can see there's also a second touch bar connector for this touch bar, and that is actually connected here via some kind of extension underneath the motherboard. So what does that mean? That means we've got to remove the motherboard. So we have to pop out, remove all the connectors, so USBs, speakers, speaker down here. The battery is already disconnected before we start playing with this, so make sure you do that. Trackpad, for example, fans, speaker down here, USBs, the fingerprint sensor, and so on. So all of that's got to come off, and then you see these motherboard screws, they've got to come out so we can actually lift this board back out and actually get to the touch bar. Now the touch bar was working fine, and over the last week or so it started playing up, it started flashing like you saw on the screen. So all of the motherboards got to come out, even the Wi-Fi connectors have to be disconnected. There's a little screw there, a little screw there, so a lot of work to do to get to this touch bar. So let's get started. So a couple of other things to note to get this board out. You need to take out this screw here, so that needs to come out. This one right here, there's a bracket right here holding this across, and then there's a little cover that's sorry, right, this one here, there's a little, this needs to come out. So there's a bracket holding it against this frame, and then a cover panel that's holding this clip down, so that needs to come out. This is obviously attached to the board. We got the Wi-Fi aerials out, so they're just gone under there. What else was there? I think those were the key things, to just start to jostle this board out very gently, make sure nothing is still connected. And you can see as I do this, it's starting to come. You just need to lift it past the heat sinks, and then you should be okay to just put this to the side. Okay, so if we go back to here now, remember that this was from the touch bar and the other touch bar. So remember, look, there's 2 connectors on this touch bar. If I flip this over, you can see there's actually 2. There's one that side, there's one that side. So one is connected to the board right here, and then the other one is attached to this extension somewhere. Maybe this is probably this actually. Yeah, it looks like this. So this one right here. So this is the second longer connector, and if you look at this versus that, they are pretty much the same. So that's that. So that's off. So we now need to actually be able to access the touch bar. And if you look right here, you can see this is the touch bar cable going onto the keyboard side and the touch bar, and it's stuck along here all the way to here. And then this little cable, this little one right under here, is the fingerprint sensor cable, which is this one. So okay, let's see what we got to do next. So what I've done is I've actually unscrewed this, and then I can just shift it out the way, and now I can actually access both touch bar cables. So this is the first one, and then this is the second one. So you can see they're both going through the other side onto the keyboard, and that matches up nicely with our new one, which is perfectly pretty much the same. Okay, so now we need to flip this, open this up and actually flip out and see if we can remove the touch bar on the opposite side. So in trying to remove this touch bar, now I've tried a bit of alcohol, this, that, the other. I don't have any really thin cable wire, so I tried to use a razor blade to help shift it, and it kind of shifted, but then I cracked it and the screen, the touch bar's now split, but it's alright. I was going to chuck it anyway. So this is the actual glass bit, so we can, means we're not going to break any more glass, but we do need to get the rest of it out, including this LCD that's right here. So I am just trying to see now, I've got a bit more space to maneuver. I'm seeing if I can actually just get in there and just lift this out. It is obviously glued in, and the new one will be glued in, or it's already got some adhesive on it, but I've started to just shift it, and this top line is connected to one of the connectors, and hopefully we'll get the rest out. So we're going to keep trying, maybe a bit more alcohol to go on it. So I've tried to get this under here, but it's literally just breaking the touch bar, and I'm not too worried about breaking it because it's going to go in the bin anyway, and it's stuck down solid, and that's why Apple asked to replace the whole top end of the keyboard and everything if there's a problem with the touch bar. Well, we're obviously trying to avoid that, so I'm just trying to get under there and gradually just chip away. Probably need to use a little bit more alcohol on it to help get it shifted. So let's keep going, see if we can do it without breaking it, and try and take it off in more or less one piece. So it's really painful. I'm trying to just the alcohol is not having an effect. This thing is stuck down solid, so I'm gonna have to just break it piece by piece until I get this whole thing out, so I can put the new one in. So we'll keep going. I don't have any chicken wire or whatever it is that I've seen some people use. I don't think it's going to work because it's just too this thing is too brittle. It's just, even with the thinness of razor blades, it's still just breaking into little pieces as it comes out. So yeah, it's going to take a while. Let's do it. So you can see I managed to grind it out. I've seen people remove it in one piece using chicken wire and stuff, but it didn't work for me, so I had to literally grind it out, and I just need to clean it up now and then remove the connectors and put the new one in. So that's what we're going to do next. Right, so you can see I've got it out, clean it out pretty much, as most of this is going to get cleaned, and now we need to just flip this over and remove these little bits, and then we'll start installing a new one. Let's get that going. So these are the cables. So if I just pull it, it looks like it's just going to come out actually. That's one. That's one. Oh, that's one half of it. And then this one is also stuck down, so let's just pull this. It's stuck a little bit. That's two. So that's the two pieces. So now we need to basically stick the new bar in, thread the cable through that slot, and then reposition it. Remember, one piece of the cable attaches here, and one piece will come up and attach to the motherboard. Because the one that attaches here goes down here and then attaches to the board right here. So let's get that done. We're gonna stick the bar down and thread it through. Actually, we won't stick it down, we'll just position it. We need to test to make sure it actually works. So here is our new bar. So you can see two connectors. Again, which way around is it? So it's going to get stuck down like this. So this one is going to bend round, and then this one, this larger one, connects right there to there. So we're going to put it through, thread it through there, and hopefully get this thing going. Let's give it a shot. So we're going to stick this down. You see, this is the bar, and these cables, there's two connectors. They need to be threaded through this little slot here. I'm not going to stick the bar down just because I need to retest this fingerprint sensor to make sure it actually works as well. So we're going to just thread it through like that. Get this thing into position. So hold on, actually, am I doing this upside down? Yeah. So that will fit there like this,
And this should just thread straight through now. Hopefully it should just fit without, there you go, much better. You see that? So that's how it's supposed to be. Now we're gonna flip this thing over. I'm gonna put that, re-secure the fingerprint sensor, the touch sensor, and then I am gonna basically get this board reconnected up, make sure this thing actually works, because taking the board off is a bit of a headache every single time. So need to retest the fingerprint sensor, need to retest this new touch bar, and give this thing a good cleanup, and then put it back together. So let's do that now. So you can see the cables have been fished through. We'll reconnect those in a minute. First thing I'm going to do is actually put this touch bar panel back together. So I've got the bracket for the touch bar, for the fingerprint sensor. So I'm going to do that first, put that down, screw that back in, straightforward as before, and then we'll start connecting up the touch bar to the motherboard and seeing what happens next. Okay, let's get that going. So something else I noticed is that these cables, they need to actually go under the fan and come out underneath here. So we're gonna have to actually take this fan off. Straightforward, a couple of screws there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and one there, and this thing should just pop off. And then we can actually thread the touch bar cables underneath out onto here, and then reconnect them back to this bit. So let's do that now. So you can see now I've actually just threaded them underneath, and this is pretty cool now, because what I'll do is I'll screw this back, and then you see this connector go in here, and this one, it just crosses over like this. So if you look at the old one, it was just crossed upwards and then attached to the board on the top like that. So let's just quickly do that now. So the touch bar is now connected in here, and I've just bent this cable over to then fold over and connect to the board. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to connect the board back up and actually make sure this thing works before we lock it all down again. So let's do that now. Alright guys, my MacBook is just temporarily back together. So you can see the connector for the touch bar is there, and obviously there's an extension that runs all the way up to the top, so that everything's connected up, it's powered up, everything is back. The screws still need to go in fully, but just to show you that the test is running and the touch bar is nice and live, so you can see it's working absolutely fine. Push this, do some brightness, lowering. So new touch bar is in, working pretty well, and so we're good to go. So what we're going to do is basically wrap this up, close up all the screws, and secure the motherboard fully. We still need to put all the cover panels on across these connectors, the USB connector, the USB-C connectors, to secure this MacBook, and then we should be good to go. And that's it, man. Thanks for watching, sub the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.